I started. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Schroit Worldwide Podcast. Schroit it up. My name is Mint Miracle.
Right.
What?
Up. My name is Yoyo Wiggins, and I
I'm
think I'm going to
fifth
change
mil.
my camera positioning.
I'm
Yeah.
fifth mil.
Yeah.
I'm fifth mil.
Yoyo Wiggins, when he changes his camera position, I'm actually going to disappear now. Goodbye. We've got some pretty cool stuff to discuss today. I kind of know what I want to jump into first, because I'm very excited about
I
this.
think I know exactly what you want to jump
I
into
may or
first.
may not have
Hey.
dropped an album yesterday at the time of recording.
What?
Yeah, it's called True Purpose. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think it's a very good album.
Running a podcast and only reviewing your own music.
Yeah, that's how it's done.
If you did do an episode that was fairly like me coded, and I feel like we gotta do some. I think today we should do like see the new stuff, and also I want to go back to some of the old classics like Frederick and Date Night.
Maybe. But first, let's start off
Yeah.
with True Purpose. Let's get this rolling.
Let's get it
Eggshell
going.
White.
This is a an Earl type album because you see the names of the songs.
But it's even
There was
better.
Earl Grey, Earl White, Earl Blue, Earl Red, and also Three Colored Men. So let's get it going.
Oh, I should unmute this.
Oh shit.
Wait for the outro on this one.
I had to like every song in the album. That's a great
every
album.
song.
Also, I feel like the last song it gave me like Girls Night Out vibes.
Yeah. Oh, see, when I was making that last one, Eggshell Wench, for anyone who's wondering at home, I started with the drums, and I was like, this is a really good start. And then I added that really nice bass line, and I was like, is there anything I could add to this that would be an improvement? No. So I just stopped there.
Bass.
I love this album.
So it's a great album.
Say it.
I like
Good
it.
album.
The thing is, this is a very like it's an advanced type album. You're not getting
Oh,
this
yeah,
on your
yeah.
first try. Like when you're new to Schroit, you're gonna be like, why?
Mm-hmm.
And we get it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good album.
Oh.
It's a good album.
Incredible style.
It's better on the second listen.
Yeah, because it's amazing.
Yeah.
This is my first one. I think I listened to the first one. I was like, I want to keep this for the podcast, and I'm happy I did.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So on my first listen, I'm already
Mhm.
pogging.
See, it's the kind of thing where, like, this album, for me, like, I just wanted to make just pure Schroit. Not Schroit
Yeah.
with something else. Not Schroit that has, metal influence or jazz influence or classical influence or anything like that. Not Schroit where I'm trying to put melodies in there for some reason. Like, just pure, unfiltered, no
It's
ifs, ands, or
Schroit?
buts Schroit.
Schroit with a Schroit influence.
Exactly. Right? It's all.
Mhm.
It really does not want to focus on me.
Oh.
It's just pure, unadulterated Schroit. And I
Yeah.
think we
Yeah.
need more albums like that. I think as Schroit evolves, I think it's great to have all these new sounds, but just sometimes creating an album like this is just so, like, fulfilling. Schroit wise.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm super proud of it. I love this album. I personally I don't think there's a bad track.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I do not think there's a bad track. I'll say it. Right? I think the best one is probably Eggshell Mauve.
Yeah,
Right?
I like
Yeah.
that one. I
Yeah,
liked Eggshell
just
White too. Pretty good.
Eggshell White is
Those are
great.
the two that kind of stuck out to me personally. That's the
Mhm.
one thing that's kind of hard I find about these styles, the actual hardcore good Schroit,
Yep.
is it's hard to remember exactly all that's happening because there's no real good hook.
I could definitely see that being the case if you're focused on melody.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
you kind of I think
That's
like an important thing for a lot of Schroit fans is to drop that, right?
Yeah, forget the melody. Forget about thinking about like, oh, I need to
Mhm.
make this make sense. You just gotta do something that feels right.
It's all about the vibes, all about the tones, the rhythm is like one of the
yeah,
reasons why the
rhythm.
ending to Eggshell Mauve is like so good is
Mm-hmm.
like the little stuff like that. Ba, 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 ba,
I love how
right?
you're
Like,
cutting off there. It's
okay,
great.
good.
It was
I
awesome.
I think they got in the recording, but I think it's good that you didn't catch it. Although it would be really funny if I uploaded it to YouTube and what I said there was just completely like. But like moments like that are just like, they're so Schroit. Like you hear that and you're like, what
Mm-hmm.
genre does it sound like? Nothing else but Schroit.
Yeah.
You gotta have it,
Also, fantastic album length. Good job.
dude. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
What was the length
I've
again?
been
Let's
I've been
see.
getting too long.
138. Mm.
My albums have been too
Mm.
long recently, and I'll fully admit that. Right. Tickle Fight, I think is a great album. 353. 353 is a bit rough.
You're devoting some time to it. This one
Yep.
you just like you're doing this on the side
Right.
and you're like you don't need to
Yeah. And
put
even
any time
like
into it.
Mouths to Feed is a solid album, but like my gosh, I made a 4 minute and 50-second album with 8
Mm-hmm.
tracks. I don't know. I did Angel of Prosperity was better, 5 tracks at 251, and I really like Angel of Prosperity. I think Angel of Prosperity is underrated. I'll say it. I think it's very underrated.
Mm-hmm.
But no, True Purpose, super happy with it. I have ideas for my next album. I'm really like I'm gonna try to like really go level 4 style for my next album. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like I'm thinking of going like level 4 the whole way through. See how far I can push the level 4 type deal, but we'll see. I might do something else.
One question: level 4 on like compare like which song would you be closer towards in the levels 4? Like what album would you be striving towards?
I mean, I think the title track to Tickle Fight is like a really good like bass. I think the Yoy work is like really nice on that song. Obviously, I don't even know if I'd consider this level 4 necessarily, but like a lot of It Speaks is just like very inspiring. I think, like,
I
I
had
think
oh yeah, it speaks.
like I'm
remember
not
that.
sure if that's like
Yeah.
a traditional level 4,
Yeah.
but you know,
Yeah.
that or honestly, and I know Yo-Yo Wiggins is not going to agree with this as like it being a great album, but like Jello Salad World Champion, the title track is like it's great. The title track is such a good level 4 Schroit song. I think it's a really good album. I think that album has no bad songs, and
One
I
question.
will stand by that. Yeah.
I want to put this out to anyone who's willing to take the challenge. Can anyone make a song more goat meal than goat meal?
I mean, it's
A more
probably
like
possible, but I don't know if it's like ethical.
is it like a war crime?
I think there are ethical reasons, like ethical like issues with that. That's my
Yeah.
take. That's
Okay.
my take.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like it. I like this album. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Mwah.
It would be biased
So-
for me to give my review, so both of you please give me a Schroit level and Schroit rating.
No.
It's for me.
That's
This
probably
is like
level 3.
yeah. I think this is
Mhm.
level 3 all over.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's level 3, but it's not your standard
It's the
level
thing is-
3 as in the super complex and
Yeah.
fast paced and it's
And-
not like your sounds are very abrasive.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But most of these songs I feel are level 3.
It's I feel
Just
like for
the
quality
probably the
wise, personally, it might go up to level 4 at some point, but usually the level 4 comes from the nostalgia from listening to an album
Yep.
again. Like many new songs won't be a level 4 off the bat, but sometimes like you're like, oh, like Copper Wires, you guys would not have been like, oh,
Yep.
level 4 or something, or level 3. You
Well-
guys would have been like level 1 for like quality. But now it's like, okay, we get it now.
The thing
It's
with Copper
higher.
Wires is the first time we ever heard it, it was off of a phone speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny.
True.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking it's a 3, but I'm thinking it might go to level 4 with nostalgia, with re-listens, because this is my 1st listen to it. So,
True.
like
Very
every
high
time I
praises
listen
for
to an
first
album,
listen.
every time I listen to an album for the first time, I'm like, I remember the vibe. I don't remember every song. I gotta go re-listen to them to like
Valid.
be like, oh wait, what's Eggshell White again? But yeah, I'm happy with this album. I hope we like this is something I strive towards whenever I make Schroit. And yeah, I feel like I've been trying harder lately with Schroit, and I think I got to go back to my roots.
I will say
You
this
trying
was more
hard?
meticulous than you
By
think.
hard, I mean I'm putting like half an hour
Yeah.
into one song.
It was goofy, but a little more.
That's me working hard. Is like I'm gonna be like, okay, I don't like this, and like I'm gonna redo this part.
Yep.
Like I'm not just doing, oh, let's do it what I do.
Dude, that's what you got to do sometimes, right? I originally had a different song that I had made that was gonna call Eggshell Beige. But I listened to it and I was like, this is the worst song on the album by far. So I just scrapped it, made a 2-bar at 80 BPM. There you go.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
I like that. That's a great
Yeah.
tip, honestly. 2 bars, 80
Dude,
BPM.
that's something that I learned with Reluctant Slimers. Is hit a 2-bar at a slow tempo, it completely changes how you make Schroit. And you always have good results.
Fantastic. Okay. Oh yeah, that's
Let's
one thing
get-
I wanted
let's
to
put that
mention
to the
about
test.
this album was you can definitely tell that your time in Reluctant Slimers
Yeah.
has affected you positively.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like
Right?
you could make a Reluctant Slimers masterclass where you like teach people how to make this Schroit, you know? Give them a little tips and tricks type of video.
No, I don't think you should. I think people should just figure it out.
But if
I'm gatekeeping.
That's much better.
I'm gatekeeping.
you, yeah, it's,
Gatekeep, girl boss.
the thing is, I feel like Schroit, when I'm gonna make Schroit, I don't want to gatekeep personally. I'm just feeling like I want to spread the love.
Yeah.
I want
bet
to
you
make
want to
the
spread your love, don't you?
all over. I want to spread my love all over the girls in Paris, France.
You can't say that.
But yeah, it's like I feel like Schroit is a type of thing where I want people to be better than me. I want to make it so other people can be better. I want my Schroit to be like, if possible, at someday it's gonna be like, yeah, that was like good at the time, but now, now listen to this stuff, and I'm gonna be listening to it and like at
Get out
80
of the
years
way,
old and be
old
like,
man.
what?
I mean,
This is awesome.
I totally get that, and honestly, I kind of agree. Like, if we can get Schroiters that are making Schroit music better than It Speaks, I can't even be mad. Can it be done? Probably not. But, you know, I hope they try.
I hope they can make anything like something better than Blick Mick, you know?
Buddy, we're already there. I don't know what to say. We've been there. I don't know what's... Ooh.
Wait, Blick Mick, that's one of the AI ones.
Yeah,
right?
that's one of the AI ones.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I think we go to the next next
Yeah,
thing.
so this is a Fliff single, correct?
Yeah, there's I
Last Man
re-listened to it,
Standing,
but I
yeah.
forget what it sounds like. Again, I always forget what my songs sound like, and I listened to it right before we started recording, and I still don't remember what it sounds like. So
I listened to it earlier today, and I also don't remember what it sounds like. So let's hit the play button on this. bad
that's
boy.
the best type of choice. Okay, let's get it going.
I remember now.
Yeah, really
That's a
heavy
chill
on like
one.
the bass notes. I
Yeah.
feel like.
It's
Yeah,
very thick
yeah, and-
styled.
Very drone-like, you know. like just very consistent.
Mhm.
I like your no drums.
Oh,
Yep.
I've been doing that lately. I just do a song
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't need drums in here.
It changes the game.
Honestly,
It changes
yeah,
the game.
no drums is good. Sometimes you're just
Mhm.
like, yeah, no drums, please.
And then you make a song
Mhm.
with only drums.
Only drums is a bit harder.
Now we're talking.
But it's doable.
Or you make a
can
song
get
with
more than one drum track.
yeah, you make
Yeah.
drums that are pitched in
Yes.
certain ways to make
Dude.
it so they make notes.
No, that beats the whole point. That beats the whole
No,
That's-
no,
point.
yeah.
you're cheating, but you're doing it in a
I
way
mean, I
that
guess that is
like
kind of
if you're
Schroit
able to
make
do
it
that.
the same thing, but just like
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like an okay track. It's not like
it's fine.
mind-blowing.
It's
Yeah,
like,
it's fine. Yeah.
2.
It's 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Something I wanted to mention actually drum wise that I did on Eggshell Celadon is there are actually 2 drum tracks. You might not tell immediately, but
Oh.
basically I have one drum track for the regular like do 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 da do, right? With like the hi-hat.
Oh, is that the one with the reverb?
Yes, but the snare.
Yes,
the
you added-
snare is its own drum track where I cranked up the reverb and like the chorus and everything on it.
Oh,
So the
okay, that's
snare
great.
is like boom, and then everything else is like normal. I thought it was kind of fun.
That's cool.
It's a neat little trick. Which
Yeah.
honestly, I think more genres should do that. I kind of like copying like the slam like snare bomb, where like slam
Oh.
bands will just have like mic up their snare and just crank it up so they hit their snare and it sounds like an explosion. I'm like, you can do that in more genres. I remember at one point when I was on the road with one of my bands recently because I had a gig in Fredericton, there was like a metal radio thing playing, and there was some kind of like I think it was like a deathcore band or like a metalcore band that was on, and they did the snare bomb. So I'm like, damn, the snare bomb from Slam is like going elsewhere now. Can we
Interesting.
can we put that in Schroit?
Put that in
Can we
Schroit.
put that in Schroit? Can I have the most loud abrasive snare that I can in Schroit as well?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. So that's my thoughts on that.
Interesting. Okay, cool. What do we get in
So-
this Schumach?
Yeah, I think we
Schumach
should go
style?
listen to Engall Midges for All.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
haven't
sure
listened
if
to it yet. I don't think anyone has.
Oh, it looks like there's a no. Oh, this is gonna be a world's first. Listen.
Let's
World-
go.
Worldwide.
Wait,
baby.
wait. Let's just check. Was this posted in the? It was not posted in the Schroit promo.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why no one
That's
saw
probably
it.
why.
Oh, I should follow back
So-
Shumak. I haven't followed them yet.
What?
I did now.
Okay,
I did
let's
now.
get-
All right.
Let's give it a go.
Let's hit it. That's a good song.
That's a good
That
track.
good
sounds
song.
like classic Schroit.
That's super old school. That's like
Yeah.
very, very old school.
Like with
That's-
a triple repeat and then an ending. Like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
It's fantastic because you get that theme, okay, and it's not too prolonged. It's a good
Yep.
time, right?
16
it's a 15
seconds.
and
Great.
at the end, it's got that little flavor,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you hear something 3 times, you expect, oh, I'm gonna hear it a fourth, but
Yeah.
then you don't hear it a fourth. You hear something else.
Mm-hmm.
And the
That's a
something
great
else
track.
is like, what? That's
Yeah.
an ending.
I love this new
Yeah.
wave of old school, by the way. Like, I just
Yeah.
like that a lot of the new Schroiters are, like, having more of that old school sound. And I think that's
It's-
really fun. It
yeah.
shows that they're respecting tradition, right?
What I think is, like,
Shut
if
up.
you're able to make old school Schroit, you get it.
Yep.
You get
Yep.
Schroit. If you're able to make the old school stuff,
Mhm.
if you can only make the new school, like, you're like, okay, you can make Schroit. I don't know if you get it yet, but if you're able to make stuff like this,
Yep.
I think you get it. You
Yep.
understand what we're going for, what we
Mhm.
feel, what our goal is, the future of like the generations
Yep.
like preceding us.
Mhm.
Yeah, like the future of the universe. The like how
Mhm.
when the heat death is gonna happen and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
This is like what that's telling.
I reckon
you
it'll be
know
a
when it's gonna
Tuesday.
happen. In it.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
So yeah,
Hopefully, it's not a Wednesday during this Schroit podcast.
imagine
Tragic.
imagine like everything collapsed and we all died right now. I'm joking. I'm not dead.
It would have been really fun if
I'm
I
not
ended the
dead.
recording right there.
It
I was
would've
thinking
been.
We can
about
do it
it.
again. Imagine if we all died.
I didn't end it though. I kept it going.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll put on like
Yeah,
one
But what
more
if we
album,
all
probably.
died?
Yeah, let's pick an album. Let's pick a
Yeah.
fun one. Like
The
let's
thing
go.
is, I want to go see some old school.
Yeah, let's hit some old school,
Mint
like
Miracle.
old school Mint. All right. Let me see
Okay,
here.
okay.
Let me try to fish out some old school that people would have probably forgotten about.
Hey, I want to go to Frederick.
You want to hit Frederick? That's a controversial
Yeah.
Hey,
one.
that's a 350.
Yeah.
That's long.
It's Frederick is one of my like classics. I'm like, this is
But
one
if
of
this
the
is a classic though,
groundbreaking
this is
albums.
literally like June 12th. Mint Miracle 7?
It is. Yeah, that is super classic.
That's
You know what?
This
Yeah,
is
let's
like
hit Frederick.
The first. This was like one of the first real controversial albums, and it
Yeah.
was like pretty much us three, Patty Whack,
And
I don't-
Hamburglar.
was Hamburglar.
Hamburglar
Yeah,
was established
Hamburglar
at this
was-
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like us five, and this came out, and we were like, what?
It was the
What is
first ever
going
Schroit
on?
album with sampling.
Yeah. So let's
Yeah.
give it a go for the new.
Oh yeah, FF Weeps.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
FF Weeps.
I bet Weeps goes hard. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
To
If
A
only
into
the
this.
gods could see.
Yeah.
The opening intermission as well.
Nice, fantastic.
Loose definition of food.
I forgot about that. It's really good. Formless and foreboding.
Great.
Miraculous, miraculous, miraculous. Faces of Madness. Apep weeps. Chaotic Universe of Petrified Lavas. Prophet of Lanzarote.
Oh, the ending.
Last man
the thing is,
standing.
my favorite song I think in that album, Apapweeps, is a classic.
It is a classic.
The first time it goes Babenama twice, and then 3 times, and 4. Like every time I heard it at the start, I was like, oh wait, there's another one. And then at the third time it comes around, I'm like, wait, there's a fourth one. I've always forgot about that at the start, and I was like, that's awesome. Yeah, I think this is a classic album. It is controversial, but it brought like some sampling to the game.
Like, I will say, there are a lot of things that in my early days of Schroit I tried out as new things. A lot of them didn't really stick. There are a lot of them that I think were like a neat experimentation, but I'm a bit of a beatbox purist generally when it comes to Schroit. So like, I think the sampling is cool. I tried it like a couple other times, but not really. I think the other experiment I did that worked well was from the Gravy with the text to speech. That was
that is a fantastic album.
That's a great album as well.
It's so good.
I think an interesting thing about
I hate the floor.
Yeah, I hate the floor. I hate the floor. A fun thing about Frederick is it really sounds like old school Schroit. Like you hear it like this, like you can tell it was made in 2022, right? But it still has those like experimental things.
Experimental aspects.
Which are neat. Like I definitely like this is a bit of a classic. I think it's like nostalgic to listen back to. I definitely don't think it's one of my better albums. But I do think it like obviously it's a classic. It brought new stuff to the game, and you know what? Sometimes you just have to try new things in Schroit, right?
Yeah.
I think nowadays.
I think one of the reasons that the sampling didn't really stick is just you have beatbox. Beatbox is such a great tool in itself. To export a file and then take that file, put it somewhere else to be able to then overlay whatever samples that you're using. It just adds that extra task when you don't necessarily have to make good Schroit songs.
Like
the concept is fantastic, but it's just that extra length that you have to go is makes it a little more difficult for sure. I've never done it honestly.
Yeah, no, it is.
You've used Ableton.
Yeah, but it's
a different beast.
It's not the same, right?
But these types of things were what made me make my song "Progress for the Sake of Progress," which is one of my
it's a classic
experimental songs.
It is a classic.
Ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Ding, ding. And it's my other like experimental like album, the like one where I used like text to speech. There was like
Yep.
That's a fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I would like to but yeah, that was like I like trying this new stuff, but be careful. There's the consequences of controversy.
Yep.
If you go too controversial, you will go to Blick Mick levels.
Yep. Like, I think the artists who I think have experimented the most, or the artists that have kind of strayed the furthest from the norm, Mr. Arg, obviously. Mr. Arg has really strayed, and he's innovated a lot. He's done a lot of cool new things in Schroit that had never been done before, even just conceptually. Right, Mr.
We have
Arg
the full like German album, Spiafti. We have like Ape Night, which has like that feel that, and Renuncia van Man.
Renuncia van Man goes without saying, right? That goes without
That's saying. Like one of the albums where I was like, I listened to it and I was like, this changed the game. What? And that's like one of my like all-time favorites. It's simple.
It's a great album.
But it's so good.
Yep. And another artist that I think has started and has really pushed it a lot in a different sense, I'm gonna say it's Suivant. Suivant has that dark, noisy vibe that really isn't what you expect in regular Schroit, but Suivant does it well. And I definitely think I was a bit more put off initially. I think it's definitely grown on me over time. And I've said it once, I'll say it again. The Suivant live set was insane. It was so good. That might have been the best set of the night, even though it was like a smaller set. Just like the aura from it was crazy. But
you could tell he was in control.
He was in control.
In control.
Yeah. And like I know that Suivant has done more conventional Schroit more recently, which I do think is good. Like I think what I'd like to see Suivant's journey be is start with that, crazy, wild, more experimental stuff, that really noisy, dark stuff, and start embracing and producing more conventional style Schroit, more old school Schroit, and then take that new foundation and just like destroy it. You know what I'm saying? Like take that and just ruin it in a good way. I love to see that, and I think that's definitely very possible.
Yeah, ruin it like my ex-wife.